I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right, good morning and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Manningsman. And you're back on the channel again. Hope you're having a wonderful start to the morning. Again, we're operating out of our undisclosed location. We also have a little bit of a weather system coming this way. So I will be whooshing out of here to make sure that I'm not caught in the eye of the storm, but I'm on the island shores of Jamaica, right? I also have to leave this place that I'm at because there are some Jamaicans who have become Americanized and their culture of domino playing is filled with all kind of trickery and robbery. They tell each other what to play. They speak in foreign languages. They speak in French and all those things to give you six love to boast and to brag. You know, man is a celebrity. So they want to give you six love. So they speak in French that I don't understand and tell each other what to play and act like they don't know. Then they say, block the game. They tell each other to block people. This is the craziest place to play dominoes, right? Real dominoes, I just understood from my experience, is played only in Jamaica. That's where the real domino champions are. All right, but we're not going to talk about dominoes today. Remember, we don't want to pause to be telling you to hit like button, to subscribe, and to share. We say that up front. So if you're watching the channel and it is your first time, please make sure that you hit the like button and also you subscribe and you share the content with someone else so they can be a part of I Am Sure Sports. We always want to pause and give thanks that we have breath in our lungs, and that is due to the power of the Most High God. You may not call him the same name that I call him, but we all believe there's someone who is greater than all of us that calls our existence, right? He is the eternal God. The whole earth is his and the fullness thereof, the world and everyone who dwells in it. He loves us unconditionally, but certainly he wants us to have better ways. So we are to love God and love people. And if we live that way, then the world will be a better place. I have the privilege this morning of having with me a person who I've worked with closely as the Jamaican team participated in the Gold Cup, and he's here today to talk about Reggae Boys and Reggae Girls football. Right, let me just fix my, it's kind of funny sometimes when you're on this thing, you're not sure, right? Yeah. Tom Stranger, bless up. You said, look like I get a six. Look at me. There's no six around me, man. I can't get six. It is impossible for me to get six in anything at all. Impossible. Impossible. All right. But knows the sport, and I can tell you that he has like a historic football in database, especially when it comes down to Jamaica football. In his head, he doesn't need a tablet, he doesn't need a computer, he doesn't need a laptop. He just spit the facts, endlessly when it comes on to Jamaica's football. I'm going to have him join me right now, and he doesn't have a lot of time. He's a busy man these days, lots of stuff to do, lots of money to be made. He's in a tie. That means he's up to some money making. So you understand me. So let's welcome none other than the man from Reggae Boys commentary himself, Mr. Simon Preston.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hope you are doing well, staying dry despite the weather that we have recently. But great to catch up with you as always, man. And thank you for having me again. And of course, morning to all the viewers across the globe.
Yeah, man. Wonderful. Always good having you. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of funny how the weather is. So you'll have heavy rains and then there's a little bit of sunshine. So yeah, I have a flight tomorrow, hoping, because they're saying it's supposed to hit, but that's on the west coast of Florida. But there's a next one that is heading where I'm at. So hoping that I can make it out before it hits. But I understand that there have been some rains in Jamaica as well. I don't know if it's all across, but yeah.
Yeah, we have had a little bit of rain as well, especially from the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup game last week. Harborview done beholden at full time. The rain just came straight down. So yes, there has been some rain. I know some flights from Florida yesterday, especially JetBlue, were delayed an hour or two, thankfully, landing safely on the island. But yeah, a few delays, but thankfully planes have been landing on the island, both in Kingston and Montego Bay, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and did you enjoy the Chris Brown concert, man? I already had a VIP seat.
Man, I had a VIP seat for the under 17 Reggae Girlz game.
Yeah, what do you make of that? I know we're talking about Reggae Boys football, they don't have a lot of time, but what do you make of the performance of the team? I did a video yesterday, and I think at the junior levels, our players don't play enough game locally, both on the male and the female side, because of the limited amount of competition to participate at an elite level. And so I think that is going to plague our qualification or advancement in tournaments, just because we're playing against a lot of times players who, have under their belt before they even take on a Jamaica 80, 90 games in their career in over a year or two, while our young girls in particular, the younger age group, like under 14, for example, if you're not an elite talent, you won't play on your school's female team, because that's only one age group, which probably bigger girls would play. So how many games realistically can our under 14 girls play when there's no under 14 girls competition? And I think only Reynolds is the only fully female academy that operates in Jamaica. I don't know if any others have popped up somewhere, but that's as much as I know.
I understand what you mean. And even Panama's players were mentioning it after the game, that they were in camp for 7 months. So that shows the volume of preparation, versus what we had. Granted, as you know, travel is not cheap. It's something that's expensive. Going from Jamaica to another Caribbean island is very costly. Versus in Central America, Panama can drive across the border to Costa Rica, drive to Nicaragua, and have matches and costing, and they benefit from economies of scale. So the cost for them would be cheaper in terms of their preparation, because how Central America is geographically speaking, while Jamaica is an island, we have to fly if we're going to play someone overseas. But certainly more camps, that's something that will help moving forward. As you know, the Captain Horsburgh Center of Excellence, was constantly in use, for our girls, the boys, under 15 boys. It has been a busy summer. So moving forward, things for room for improvement, certainly in terms of the time that we spend in camps. Panama 7 months. Can we ensure that we have something in place 6 months, or at least ensure that, okay, this is my pool in the States, that's my pool in Europe, that's my pool in North America, this is my pool domestically. And we ensure months before we'll put all the pieces together. So things to work on moving forward. The first game, though, I was very impressed with the resilience, I must be said, though, the 1-1 draw at Savannah Park. But, disappointing result, the second game, but certainly, points for us in terms of room for improvement moving forward, as we'll see some of these girls make that transition to under 20 quite soon.
Yeah. Well, awesome, because I like that idea, because I always felt like if we can have camps in say in the tri-state area in Florida, then you'd at least, if you have girls, providing schooling for them, because maybe you can have tutors to be with them, and you have there for a month, you could play several games, and then you come back to Jamaica, wherever are those in the States, stay there, and then you take a next month again, and you do a next camp. Like I say, you can do one in the tri-state, one in the Florida area. You could at least play a few games at least, because you're not going to find, like I said, it's going to be difficult to travel throughout the Caribbean, and you're not going to find games unless you're going to play against boys teams in Jamaica, which is sometimes not the best way to prepare girls to play the sport. But welcome Neo, Jason Guna, Tyrone Williams, Alex Reed, Live 11 Radio, Beating the Press, also out here in Port St. Lucie. Big up yourself. But we're here to talk about the Reggae Boys and the Reggae Girlz. Very active September coming up. There are like 3 very important games for the team. So talk to the people about the importance of these games, and probably they can get 2 bleachers ticket. If you're here and you need 2 tickets, we could help you with that, so you can get your tickets early. I think the ticket costs, they were just revealed yesterday. $1,500 for bleachers, $5,000 for grandstand, and $7,000 for VIP. All right. I mean, you can't beat that. Chris Brown was $1.5 million for VIP. You understand me? But go ahead, talk to the people side about that, so we can listen and hear. Yeah.
Sure. I know Alex in the chat and Jason said VIP all the way, so we look forward to see them come September, seen in their stands. But yes, 3 games, as you rightly said, very, very important, especially both sides. Let's start with the ladies. Ladies first. It's an Olympic playoff. It's the first leg. So it's going to be home and away. The first leg is in Kingston at the National Stadium. The second leg is in Toronto in Canada. So the winner on aggregate qualifies for the Olympics. And as you know, Jamaica, we have a good omen when it comes to France. France 98, we're qualified. 2019 Women's World Cup, we're qualified. Where's the Olympics next year? France. So it'd be nice to qualify for our first Olympics in football, which would be next year. So it's first on September 22, that's a Friday. And of course, the return leg will be in Canada. You made mention about the ticketing prices, but at least the fans are aware now in relation to this Reggae Girlz game, the importance of it, and that is to qualify for the Olympics. And we've ticked off most of the boxes as a nation, qualifying for Senior World Cup, men and women, under 20 and under 17 World Cup. To tick off an Olympic box, that would be nice as well. Of course, there's still others, like a beach World Cup, etc. But to tick off playing football at the Olympics, that would be a nice little feather in our cap as well, in terms of the progression and advancement as well. The Reggae Boys side of things, this Nations League is also very important because it is a qualifier for the Copa America. So how well we do in this determines how, if we qualify for the Copa America. And in many ways, you could say it has a domino effect, because it also is, in many ways, the last dress rehearsal before the World Cup qualifiers. Because June next year, it's the World Cup qualifiers. So these games in September, October, November, these are, for Coach Hallgrimson and company, the last opportunities to look at individuals prior to the World Cup qualifiers. And that's why it's critically important. We're in a group of 6 teams. Top 2 advances to the quarterfinals. If we win our quarterfinals in November, we're going to the Copa America. If not, there'll be a second bite of the cherry, which will involve a playoff. And if we win that playoff, we're going to the Copa America next year.
And for persons who don't know, the quarterfinals is where USA, Mexico,
Costa Rica,
Panama, Costa Rica and Panama.
And Canada.
And Canada, sorry, yeah, Canada, right.
Right.
So in the quarterfinals is where we'll join those 4 teams. And you said the 4 winners qualify, and there are two other slots as well. So outside of those 4, there are 2 other slots because the 6 teams from CONCACAF will be joining the 10 South American nations to play. And these 2 games are, why don't tell us, I mean, because we're playing Honduras and Haiti. You know, what is the record like at the National Stadium against both of these opponents?
Well, against Honduras, it's a pretty good record because Jamaica has not lost to Honduras at the National Stadium, never done so. So we can feel very confident about this. We played against Honduras in World Cup qualifying, the 2022 cycle, won that game. Gold Cup 2019, we also defeated them by 3-2 as well. So on home soil, Jamaica has a very good record against Honduras. We know on the road in the past, it wasn't the best, but recently we saw that 2-0 victory, you know, with Kemar Roof and also O'Neill Fisher getting on the score sheet. Honduras are not like what they were a decade ago. They are going through a cycle change. So it's not the same era of the Carlos Pavon, Milton Nunes, David Suazo, not the same era of Honduras players. Not saying that they lack quality, but it's not the same in terms of the depth that they have. So I'm going into this game with a lot of confidence, and I do think that we have what we have within our pool as well, enough to be able to get 6 points within these first 2 games. Against Haiti, though, the most recent time at the National Stadium was not our best result. It came 2016 under Coach Schaefer, where we fell 2-0. But prior to that at the National Stadium, it has been quite a number of victories. We have to go back to the 70s, the last time Haiti would have defeated Jamaica, in Jamaica specifically. But prior to that 2016, result under Coach Schaefer, prior to that, the last 10 matches have been 9 wins and a draw from a Jamaican standpoint. The only difference is that we haven't played Haiti in 7 years. So there has been some transition, of course, from a Jamaican standpoint. The Joby McAnuffs, the Clayton Donaldsons, the Gareth McClearys, the Giles Barnes, they're not there. But also on a Haitian standpoint, the Jean-Jacques Pierres and companies are also not there as well. We saw Haiti at the Gold Cup, didn't we? And it's a team that that once they're down, it's like it's hard for them to have that 180-degree turn. So you get that first goal, you're going to win the game. Hands down, 110%. So it's important, and I'm hoping that the fans can be able to come out because they're going to see abundance of raw talent, abundance of amazing quality that we saw at the Gold Cup. And for me, it's an opportunity for them to see in the flesh some of these stars that we saw at the Gold Cup. So everybody should ensure that they're at the National Stadium because we're going to need to develop that 12th man, develop that support, that camaraderie with the qualifiers less than a year to go from now.
Yeah, and also some of the players would be, one selected will be playing the first time. This is Coach Hal Grimson's first competitive game as well in Jamaica. Correct. As well.
Yes, you are absolutely right there, and you made a good point there. For some players, it will be their home debut because some players they made their debut in Mexico in the Gold Cup friendlies prior to the Gold Cup. So a home debut, it'll be a nice way to welcome them. When they come and they do the warm-up and they hear the loud dancehall music blazing, it's going to be a different atmosphere for them. So let's make them feel at home,
Yes, and there you go. So I think that is important, like I said, for people to know that there are players who you'd have seen in the Gold Cup that once selected, you'll see them. When you watch for those players playing in England for the team, they have been doing well. Mikel Antonio has had a good start to the season. Also, Ethan Pinnock and his Brentford team, they have had a good start to the season. Leon Bailey has also had a good start. Ronaldo Cephas on the back of his move to Turkey. Though he has not, he has not gotten a senior call-up yet. He has been doing well. Bobby Reid, captain Fulham against Arsenal, he is doing well. So a lot of the players have been doing well. Andre Blake, his team lost in the semifinals to Lionel Messi, and in Miami, Kevin Lambert just got a big move from Phoenix Rising. So there's a lot of positives When you look at Dishon Bernard, he made a move and he has been playing. Daniel Johnson, he made a transfer. He has been playing. Lati Bodier has been playing. So a lot of the players we saw at the Gold Cup have been, have been playing and they have been doing well.
Exactly. 110%. All of those players, Leon Bailey doing quite well, John Russell getting minutes week after week. So it's the positivity is there, and we're seeing them with the contributions, whether it's a goal or assist, a man of the match performance for those defenders, even with Adrian Mariappa at Salford in League
Yes, yes,
Two,
Mariappa, yes.
getting minutes under his belt as well. So it's fantastic there. Jamali Waite in the USL Player of the Week and nominations of those nature. So it bodes well ahead of next week, Friday. And I know many people are saying, where is the squad? When is it going to, to drop? Coach Halgrimson will reveal it at the press conference on Friday, the 22-member squad. And everybody, I'm sure, will have a buzz once once the names are released publicly. So we look forward to Friday for that information.
Yes, yes. Or anything else you want? I mean, I know you have to run because I know you're a busy man, but I know there are tickets to give away. So 2 tickets for the bleachers that I don't know if you prefer Simon asks a question or if I ask a question, but if you want the tickets, you let us know you're calling, you can take that. But any other information, Simon, you want to share with the fans about, just what is going on? Again, like I said, the importance of the 12th man for these games, and just anything else you have to share before
Yeah,
we go.
sure, no problem. So
Because we haven't talked about, because I thought the girls' game was going to be played at Sabina Park, but I'm glad that you said it's going to be at the National Stadium, because someone just asked how is the pitch doing after
yeah,
the Chris Brown concert.
yeah. The good news is that the major, you could say, equipment that was at the stadium that has been removed. VP Raymond Anderson has been following up with Major Desmond Brown to ensure that all of that is cleared by the end of today. A site visit will be done. So things are in place from that sort of standpoint to ensure that everything is in place for training sessions on that surface and moving forward. So thankfully, we are scathed from that standpoint. Of course, great that people were able to go out and see that artist, but the surface will be in good condition by the time September 8th rolls around. And in relation to anything else, I would say to the viewers as well, the same intensity for the boys, the same for the girls as well. History makers, 2 times at a World Cup, 3 clean sheets, first Caribbean team in a round of 16 in 85 years. Go and support the girls that as well. That would be a week after the boys' game against Haiti as well. So 3 games in 14 days. So a great opportunity. You mentioned the ticket prices as well, Manningsman. There's also what is called a triple bill. So one price for the 3 games so that fans can get involved. So let's say you or a brethren wants to go to the bleachers for the 3 games. It's $1,500. 1,500 times 3 is 4,500, but the special is $4,000 if you're going to the 3 games. So $4,000.
That's wholesale price.
Right. Exactly. Grandstand, as you said, it's $5,000. But if you decide to go with the triple bill for the 3 games, then it's $13,500 for the 3 games. $13,500 for the 3 games for grandstand. And for VIP for the 3 games, it's $19,000 as well. So great opportunity. It's like a season pass in a sense for the 3 games.
Yes.
So we want to ensure that the numbers are out, turn out, and let's have that sea of yellow, sea of gold across the National Stadium, in the bleachers, in the grandstand. And of course, plans are being placed as well to ensure that there's some activation for fans as well, giveaways. So work is being done with the sponsors to ensure that the fans are involved during halftime giveaways and also being more involved. Also plans hopefully in place for like a fan zone. So perhaps after the games, fans can be able to get autographs or pictures from players. So to ensure that there is that, communication there and that connect between the fans and also the players as well.
Yeah, I see someone here is asking, I didn't watch the news. They said FIFA is threatening to ban JFF TVJ reported that last night.
News to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
I don't know.
Sometimes when you're not in the island, you don't get to watch news. But
Mm,
like I said, that is some good news.
mhm,
I'm wondering what is going to happen with the Reggae Girls, because I know many of them started their college, the intercol run and Kiki. A lot of those girls have, I'm wondering if they will still be released, having gone to the World Cup missing preseason. So I
mhm,
wonder how the makeup of the squad. I figure that most teams would probably go through the same thing.
mhm,
What do you do? I don't know if it applies. The FIFA rules apply that once a player is once there's a window, even a college player. I don't know if a college player must go
mhm.
in the
It
same way
really
a professional club player must be released by the club.
Right. It really depends on the institution, the college itself, because some colleges might say, wow, international duty, this is great press for the school. While for some colleges, it might be like, you're so much of an asset to us, it would really hurt to lose you, you know? I find it more of a situation with our girls of Kiki's an asset to her school, and the same with Cameron as well. So I would find it a challenge for them to go. I would love them to be involved, but I think the colleges
Yeah,
might say, wow, this is a week, that's 2 games.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, tough one, as
Yeah,
you said.
and it's not like all because the USA won't be. So it's not like all teams will be
Mm,
playing. It's just
correct.
this playoff game, and that is what concerns me. If
Mhm,
they will want to, or the girls themselves may want to keep their positions at their at their colleges, because also you're on scholarship, I suppose, and
mhm,
you may want to play. So it's very tricky, but it's good to see that Alison Swaby coming out of the World Cup, she has received a transfer through the Carter as well. She has also moved. That is good. And that's what people like coming out of the Gold Cup. I think Kevin Lambert's just performance in the Gold Cup was a part of what probably put the icing on the cake for him um, to move as
mhm.
well. Yeah. So you said that tell the people the press conference is Friday, um,
Yes,
and the
correct.
squad will be announced at 22
Right. So 11
member squad.
a.m. Friday at the Jamaica Football Federation. So members of the media invited. 11 a.m. at the Jamaica Football Federation. This Friday, Coach Hal Grimson will announce the squad publicly. The 22-member squad also gives some opening remarks. And assistant coaches John Wall and Maron Gordon will also be there as well to give some remarks as well.
All right. I know you did promise 20 minutes. It is past the time, but
That's
again, there are two tickets available for the bleachers. If you want to answer two questions, I think it is better if Simon asks the questions. So even if he's gone, then I will get the questions from him, because I am sure that you will not be able to answer my question unless your name Simon Preston.
Yeah, either one is fine. Whether I WhatsApp you the questions or I ask it right here, right now, whichever one you feel more comfortable.
Do you want to do that because people are going to Google it, or it doesn't matter? Or you want them to call in and then ask the question? Or do you want to put the questions out from now and somebody? I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe what you can do is WhatsApp me the questions, and then when the person's calling, then I'll ask them the questions, and if they get, so is it two question, meaning one ticket per person, or is it two tickets for a person?
It's 2 tickets for a person. So one person, 2 tickets.
Okay, one
Yeah,
person, two tickets. All right,
right.
wonderful. And there's also um club championship games on as well.
That's right.
Uh,
So
that
Thursday, Cavalier plays Port of Spain at Sabina Park, and that encounter Cavalier 1 point on the board, looking for their first 3 points of the campaign, and it's a great incentive at the end of the day because the winner of the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup has the opportunity to be able to welcome Messi in their backyards, and who wouldn't want to see Messi in Jamaica? So
Yes, because they play Inter Miami. The winner of this plays Inter Miami, home and away. But will Messi play? I know they're like, will Messi? Doesn't it? You know what would be good though if the
yeah,
first leg is played in Jamaica.
correct. Yes, yeah. The first leg would be in
Yeah,
Jamaica.
because that way, Inter Miami probably don't win the first leg in Miami and don't want him to come. Let it play in Jamaica. We beat them out here or stuff. That means Messi has to play or we get to see him. But that would be fantastic if Cavaliers, Harborview are done beholden. Who both they both travel to play away.
Yes, correct. Harborview and Dunbeholden away, Cavalier home right now for this week of matches. Yes, good start for Harborview, 3 points, a point for Cavalier. Dunbeholden, they lost to Harborview, so some work to be done for Dunbeholden on the road. Their first time in a CONCACAF competition, but I still think it bodes well for them in terms of growing as a club and even preparing for the next JPL season as well. So the experience of travel and the experience of match coordination, meetings, and so on, they're getting in that frame of mind of, like what a professional club would do overseas. So I think it's a great experience for our clubs. Fantastic.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, listen, big thank you, Simon. Really appreciate as usual you coming on. And once I'm here, you can always come on over and join and we can talk. All the best to you people. And Simon is at Reggae Boys,
Yes, sir.
right?
Right, that's right. Yeah, man. Reggae Boys coming through. Yeah, man.
RBC. So you can go and check that out. And yeah, and subscribe and share. And I suppose if you go to the games, you will see him because he's going to be there as usual. All right, Simon, all the best, man. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we will link up soon.
Yes, all right. We'll stay in touch and I'll message you the questions. Yeah.
All right, then. Awesome. All right,
All right.
people. And right. So if you want to win the tickets, thanks again to Simon Preston for joining. Always a privilege having him on. And if you want to know some history about Jamaica's football, I think he's, in track and field you have the Hubert Lawrence, but in football, I believe when it comes down to Jamaica's football, and in particular the Reggae Boys, then Simon Preston, he knows his stuff. He doesn't need a tablet, he doesn't need Google. He has it all locked in right there. From a tender age, he has been doing this. All right. So we have the questions. You want to win? You can call in, answer the two questions, and then we will get. We'll give you two tickets. Yeah. All right. So, but that's good stuff, right? And again, the fans, you need to go out. It won't be a long show. We're going up to around an hour. So, as usual, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share the content. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to I Am Sure Sports. I know persons are asking if there will be. I will say just. I think if we go by present form, I think two players who have been doing really really well. That we know that they have Jamaican passport. Ronaldo Cephas has been doing really really well. Um, it would be nice if he got a call up just based on his recent performances, in North Macedonia, and then after, he continued that when he made his move to the league in Turkey, and so many, right? So many. Let me say this: so many of the people in Turkey are talking about his speed and his play. If you watch the JPL and you saw how he performed in the JPL, I will say this. Really, the way he dealt with defenders in the JPL is how Cephas is playing. And you need to watch him. Really, really good form. And I think just given performance, and this is just my opinion, I think he has done well. And I would be happy to see him getting a call up. Also, I think Casey Palmer, who has who for years he has struggled with injuries, but I mean, since the back end of last season, think he has come on in terms of health and has been putting in some very very good performances, right? So um, that would be that would be so good as well. He has been playing well. He started this season well. So he's an next player, and it's a position that we I think we need addition. Um, yeah, we need addition in that area of the team. All right. Yeah. I see Christopher Wright. Hope all is well. Continue to pray for your mom. Hope she's in the best of health. All right. I saw sure improvement earlier. Sure improvement. Blessings to you. Big deal, Len. What you saying? Your head hurting you? You saw something? What did you see? Did you read the thing in full context? Or are you playing a clipping? What did you see? Big deal, Len. Make sure you have full information. Know yourself says Boza and Paris should sit out this window. All right, I hear you. I think you have uh some validity in terms of your opinion right there, because I don't know that either of them are actually playing. Yeah, balls and Paris should sit out this window, right? Um, yeah, he's not getting. Who's not getting? Who's not getting? Who's not getting no game? Hey, listen, Deem or Jason, one on I need to talk to him, because I don't know if when people said, all right, so this whole thing, right? Is it, where was it reported? Because I feel like I don't know. We're saying that Cephas is not getting no game at his club. What are you talking about, Sean Sutherland? Cephas not getting no game? Is that what you're saying? I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying that Cephas not getting no game at his club? Or you're saying that he's not going to get any call up for the Jamaica team? What do you mean? Because last time I checked, he came off the bench in his first game and scored. Next game he also played. So I don't know. You have to explain that to me, Sean Sutherland. I'm not sure I'm understanding what you're saying. What do you mean that he's so? If a player, what do you mean? Here's what you're saying. No, you have to be clear now. Sean Sutherland. First, you said that he's not getting no game. The man just, when he went to the club, he was on the bench. The man played so well and has started in the club. What are you talking about? We are talking about, maybe you're mixing up the person. Sean Sutherland. We're talking about Ronaldo Cephas, who is playing in Turkey. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Maybe he's mixing up. I don't know. Maybe real Albala. Big up yourself, blessing. Listen, I have to big up. All right, I have to big up. I have to big up real Albala, right? Let me say this. Listen, you see all the people, because there are some people. All right, so let me say this. I have to do this today, right? So there are some persons who said, "Man is man. We know you don't have the super chat," and they said, that they would still find a way of helping, or giving something for the birthday, and so many of them have done that. So big thank you. You understand me? Real Albala. God bless you. Drew, you understand me? Garnet, you understand me? And so many others. So big up to all of you. Big up to all of you. So I don't know. I think you are not clear on what you're saying, Sean Sutherland. So I'm not sure. So let me move on from that. Yeah. But I think just given what is happening in terms of his performances, that I think KC Palmer as well has been doing well. It would be good as well, because Ethan Pinnock, who had a very difficult time in the summer, it would be good to see him back, because I think his ability was missed in the Gold Cup, right? Yeah, so I'd love to see him back. I mean, you know what? I mean, Hey, listen, some of the times you don't like with I don't know, people like if I don't know if you have ever met, seen or talked to Ethan Pinnock's father. I don't know if you know this. So let me help some of you because I don't think sometimes we understand how wide spaces like this are. All right. Do you know that when you're having conversations on these platforms, that they're the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and even the children of some of the persons watching the game, watching the channels. All right. So let me give you an example. Like Ethan Pinnock's father, very respectful gentleman. He watches. I can't. Well, I know he watches this one, and I know he watches others as well. The point I'm making that we have to become more guarded in how we discuss people and people's children and people's parents and people's brothers and sisters. No, we can talk about their footballing ability. That boy, they didn't look good, they didn't play well. But to question their commitment, to question their loyalty, we have to mature to a place where we show the utmost respect while being critical in a genuine way. So do not believe in it. Management is saying to you, do not criticize. When players don't perform, they must be criticized. But too often we go beyond that into people's family and personal lives. And because I know, for example, that Ethan Pinnock's father watches my platform, I know other I know other family members, I'm not at liberty to say, of other players who watch the platform, and they have heard things that were, I would say, disgusting, or seen comments. And I want to say that part of the change that needs to be made, because the federation needs to do, yeah, the federation needs to do a whole lot with our football. But I I believe, let me say it this way, I believe that we as a fans need to show a little bit more respect to our players, all of them. Everyone that puts on the Jamaican colors must be respected. Like, I hear people say things about, like, even Kaim Paris. And Kaim Paris' uncle, you know him, Jarvis Paris, is always on the platform, and even when he's there, people say the most disrespectful things. These guys, agents sometimes watch the platform. Do you think if an agent watch a platform and hear you deal with their client, that they would come on and want to even talk about the sport with us? So while we want to talk to the people, we want to hear from Kevin Cohen, I want to hear from Damani Ralph. See, Jarvis Parts, as I speak about him, he comes on. When we come on these platforms and we tear down their clients, why should they in turn come and talk? So we have to be critical, but be respectful, so we can still engage people in meaningful conversation. You cannot dismiss and disrespect the former players, but you still want them to come on and talk to you about their playing days. And I think some of us, like, we don't care because we think it is truth, right? The truth, the good book tells us that the good book tells us that we must speak the truth in love, At the end of the day, everything that we do must be governed by love. Governed by love. Governed by love. I like what Warrior is saying, including the youth players. I've heard I've heard people, and what I'm saying is that that they're I like what, because there's a public platform, we know that there are some fool people, but I'm talking about some of the persons who are consistently on the platforms, consistently on the platform, and they're almost on every platform. So, and their criticism borders on disrespecting family. So all I am saying is that I think you have a right, when you see people not performing, to speak about that, but do it respectfully. You can't be calling people's names and getting to wife and them picnic and them loyalty and them commitment and them adults. And I mean, I have had the privilege. Yeah, there you go. This was an interview. Here, Andrea said this was an interview with the youngest reggae girl, and her parents were watching. Yeah, you understand me? Parents are. Yeah, Bonnie Shaw family watch. Truly, Jody Brown family watches the thing. Cousins and uncles and aunts, they watch. Think they don't? Dexter family watches. Listen, Dexter family watches the thing. Listen, I tell you this. Dexter is a Dexter. You know, he got baptized, so he's a Christian. You may not believe in Christianity, but he is. So, man, man make a mistake sometime. I mean, I'm telling you, man. Damian Lowe family watches the platforms, you know. Yeah, Jason, that's what I'm saying. We cannot let people get away. We cannot let people get away with poor behavior and poor performance. But we should never have personal attacks on people. All right, so let me give you a good example. Like Alvis Powell. All right, while I agree that there were times when he never played his best, I guarantee you that if you met him, if you are just speaking in general, any one of you met him, you would find him to be one of the most helpful and respectful you to you. Let me say that. You will find it like, but every man, you know, at the end of the day, every man have a line, you know, that if you cross that line, it's like every, you know, them say every day I got the well, the bucket I got the well, one day the bottom fall out, something to that effect. I think there's a saying. And what that is really saying, that people get to a boiling point. They either implode or they explode. And sometimes it's constant negative, never yet anything positive. And I find sometimes they just do it about the players. That what that does is that at some time the player or the person is going to explode and get mad and upset. We do that to even Damian Lowe, until we saw Damian Lowe come and do interview. These guys are, a lot of these people, a lot of these guys are university graduates, you know. And all I'm saying is be critical without personally attacking people. You can imagine a man decides to go watch the platform and have him son and him daughter. Imagine Captain Andre Blake decides, hey, you know what? Let me click on what this. And he's watching with his sons and his wife. And hear some of the things that are oftentimes said. We can't be that way and still want to engage the people. It is hypocrisy. I cannot cross the line with a man and then try to engage him in a conversation. In principle, something is wrong with that. I'm saying this because, like I said, that even Ethan Pinnock I mean, Mark him don't listen, but his father does and other family members. Latte body your family listen. Michael Antonio, Bobby, Daniel Johnson family listens. I'm telling you, they listen to these things. The players sometimes don't have the time, they'll click on it, and people will say to them, listen to this. The point I am making is this. While we can talk about a player's performance on the field, and if they do certain things off the field that affect their game, we can speak to that. All right? We must be careful that we don't bother and disrespect. Because here's why. Imagine one of these persons runs a club, runs an organization that your son, your grandson, in the future will need their help, their input to be a part of it. The life, you just never know what the person who you disrespect will do in life or become in life. So treat people well. Treat people with respect while being very critical. You see, many times I'm saying that because I too get, listen, as a fan, I get to my boiling point when I say, no, man, this man forget dropped from the squad. When I say that, I'm talking about his performance. But I don't like it. It's one of the reasons why I felt like this football thing I mean never would work out when I used to play. Because I used to know people who I know couldn't read and write properly. And you make a mistake on the field. Oh, them boy, they dunce, Look when them dunce boy, and them not even finish primary school and them call you dunce. And them tell you about you know what Jamaican fans are, right? And so some do, and you're out there giving your best. It does something to you. And I say, you know what? At some point, I'm going to say something in response, and it's going to lead to a next thing. So you know what? Let the people them who make the nice go and go play. Other players fight past that. The Andre Blakes and the Corey Burke, they fight past those things and they continue to play. Because if some of these guys were supposed to take on to everything that they do, people say about them, they would not play. They would not be playing the sport. But they, like, man is man love responding. So I know that footballer, me, you understand me? Me go probably leave the ball and say, hey boy, go from here so we are called done. And go like a score and the coach will say, hey, what that you do, you idiot man? Who you have to talk to fans? You understand me? So me just decide, say, let me go and do my local school thing. You understand me? Worse, me never that get no money. A free ball anyway. You understand me? So why should I be out here playing when people are cussing me and call me idiot, I call me dunce, I talk about my wife and my pitney for free? Why should Mikel Antonio come and play when people not respecting him, when he's not getting 10% doing this? 10% of what he's getting at West Ham, he's not getting for doing this. Why should he? If all he's getting is disrespect from the people that he's playing to prove and impress. Why? So we the fans, while being critical, must change and pivot as well. There must be a pivot of the Jamaican fan base, right across, especially for our younger players and our younger athletes. I will never forget how Jamaica dealt. You see a lot of people talking about Antonio Watson. I put it to you, if you go back to that champs, many mainstream media said that he should be banned. These are the same people posting his pictures and making him poster boy of their thing. Many people say that the medal that he should be taken from him and he should not be allowed to participate at champs. A youngster doing that. So I can speak to someone. I told about being a Christian. Let me give you. Listen, Andre Blake, very very smart, very 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 smart. He's a businessman. I am telling you that you want to see a person who used your football in a. You wonder why he's still at Philadelphia? He's a businessman. He listen before he's a footballer, he is a businessman. Let me tell you, he's a businessman. All right. See that guy decide that I'm gonna learn to play piano. Man, sit down and learn. You saw the video that you saw at like was it the Gold Cup? I think it's him learning to play the piano. And here's the thing: it don't matter if your name Manningsman or your name Leon Bailey or your name Rob Smith or Fresh God. Here's the thing: he's going to speak the truth because him to deal with foolishness. He's going to call you out. He's going to call you out. So I'm going to give you some of the personalities because sometimes you need to understand the personalities. If a lot of you know Corey Burke and where Corey Burke grew up, come from, to see this player play with that aggression, you'd understand it. But meet him and his family, you would not believe it. I am telling you. So sometimes, all I'm saying is that while we should criticize, and if a player not playing good, them forget, like me said, them forget red, them forget, yeah, them forget red flag out of the team. I've said that out of the team, you're not playing good. But I don't need to be disrespectful. You're just not playing good, and the other players better. Because if I'm not doing my job good, then I should not be in it. And so too should the player. Let me say it again, people. Anytime you go, I don't know where you are, but turn up to any one of these, like the guys who play in the Premier League. Say you go to where West Ham plays, the London Stadium they play, I think, and you see Mikel Antonio. I guarantee you that if it's a Mikel, hey man, I'm a Jamaican man, you know, no problem, man. He will buy you the ticket. You turn up in New York and say Corey Burke, he's gonna help you. You turn up in Philadelphia and say Andre Blake, even Damian Lowe. These guys have a love and a loyalty for Jamaican people. But like I said, everyone have a point where they either explode or implode because them can't take it no more. People can't take negative every day being thrown at them. And so sometimes we need to big up the youth them. We need to big them up. So I want to see people doing videos speaking about CFAS. Do a 4-hour show. Because let me tell you something. If CFAS was not, then we'll do a 4-hour video about you see it. Me know, you know, me know say them not good, me know say them not ready, me know say them not right. So when they are doing good, we need to take the same kind of energy and strength to motivate them. That's all I'm saying. Him go help you. I don't know what you mean, old time pastor. All right. I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by help me? What kind of help I need? I don't understand. You sound like you're a new person in a old in a old mind. I don't know. Explain to me what you mean. I'm not sure. Yeah, no man. Like this is fair. Because every man have a right to him opinion. Know yourself says Bowles and Paris out. I think that's what he mean. Cephas and Trevente in. That's absolutely fine, you know. That's absolute nothing is wrong with that. Because that's how football is. If I believe you're not performing and the next player is performing, listen, you know me. I'm a Kaim Paris fan. I'm a Daniel Green fan. I'm a Alwyn Harvey fan. And even when last season I said Alwyn Harvey don't deserve to be called up based on this performance. That's me. Right now, if Cephas gets called over Paris, I have no complaint. I'm happy just the same. I'm telling you. That's it. Because he's performing better. That's it. And absolutely nothing is wrong with that kind of a position. Where the issue is, no, who Paris a long time them man they not good. Who they can't play ball. Them blah blah. That is the problem. If you want to say, all right, Roof deserves a call up, yeah, that's fine. So who do you take out to bring in Roof? It's 22 man. Remember the Gold Cup at 22 says 22. So when you look at who are the players you're going to take out, because every time you mention a player, you know, going out, you have to mention one coming in. It's 22 players. All right. So who are the players you're going to drop? Somebody says drop, bring in Trevante and Paris. So who you're bringing Roof for? That's it. You understand me? So that's it. That's the kind of discussion. And we'll leave it at that. At the end of the day, I tell people, like, we are not the coach. And if the coach should follow everyone's opinion, then the squad would be 100 and counting. If the coach took everyone's opinion as to who should be in the squad, no. No. I did not say that. All things you need to. I said to you, people, you have to listen. All right, all things have passed away. I said, not me. I didn't say I turned up to the game. I'm speaking to the people and I'm telling them, if you the people, if you turn up, Mikel Antonio, because these guys are genuine Jamaican who love Jamaican people. So if you, the people right now watching the show, turn up and you talk to Andre Blake, to Kemar Roof, to Ethan Pinnock, to any one of the players, they have no ill will against you, the people. So you're a Jamaican and they know you're a Jamaican, they will get you in. So I don't know how you get that. Them help me. How you get that? Go back to the old things and listen what was said. I saw this thing from Stephen Covey, you know, about communication. Remember, we have 2 tickets to give away if you so desire. Stephen Covey. Let me find it. Stephen Covey. Stephen Covey have this quote. Where is it? He says the biggest communication problem is that we do not listen to understand. We listen to reply. Right? So That's Stephen Covey. He says the biggest communication problem. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can I post this? How can I do this? Let me see if I can share it on WhatsApp and put it up here. Let me see if I can get this up here. Hold on. Let me put it up so I don't realize it's not a management quote. It's Stephen Covey. He does a book, 8 Habits of Highly Effective People. All right. So let me see if I can. All right. So let's see if I can share this. All right. Bless up Blair Badness. Big up yourself. All right, so here we go. Is it? See there, people. Stephen Covey. Let me leave that up there for me. Let it soak in and sink in. Right? So that is that. Yeah. But we have to be careful though, because not because of I like what Fresh God is saying. I think Fresh God is making a very important point right here. He says you cannot play one game and score 2 goals and we call you back. You have to play consistently and score goals consistently too. Both goes hand in hand in my book. If you're playing consistently well, and I think he has more to add, don't score. All right. I'm more inclined to call you because the goals will come, especially if you're a forward player. I like that Fresh God. So what Fresh God is saying is that even if you're not scoring consistently, but you're playing consistently, he's saying that he would work with you because he wants to he believes that the goals will eventually come. All right. Like Demarai Gray has not played so far, but Demarai Gray on the back of what he did in the Gold Cup, he's still training, should be in the squad. So sometimes we have to, we have to look at, there are more factors that I believe must be considered. All right. Yeah, I think it will be 22 players. Okay. Yeah, the Nottingham Carnival in the UK was yesterday, right? It was yesterday. Awesome. That is good, man. Yeah, man, the Reggae Girlz deserve a lot of love. They deserve a lot of love. Yeah. I think if, and this is me, if I had a choice right now between Tyreek McGee and KC Palmer, given what I've seen of KC Palmer the season and at the back end of last season, I would I would call him. I would call KC Palmer. That's me. So yeah. Jairus, KC Palmer have everything, man. Hey, people, remember, Demo, please do not allow Demo to win this fantasy league thing, because if Demo win it, YouTube shut down for a month, when him start both and talk, Is Omari Hutchinson playing consistently? If he is and doing well, but every time we talk about a player being called, we have to think about who gets omitted in that position, because it's 22 players. So there were 22 at the Gold Cup. So if you go by the Gold Cup squad, who are you taking out and who are you going to bring in? Because so far people saying, I hear KC Palmer, Kemar Roof, Ronaldo Cephas, I'm telling you the name, right? Omari Hutchinson, right? Eason Pinnock, all right? That's 5 so far. So you have to remove 5 persons, right? So that's it. Omari Hutchinson, right? People say that's a name. KC Palmer, that's a name. Ronaldo Cephas, that's a name. Some people saying Trevante Campbell. Stewart, sorry, that's a name. Some people are saying Kemar Roof, that's a name. Omar, that's 6 persons. So all you have to do is take out 6 persons out of the Gold Cup team, because you can't add without replacing. You can't add without replacing. So who are you going to take out? Or maybe what I said to one of my friends yesterday is that why we always calling this man in the squad, that why we don't just wait until the squad pick? Because we have this conversation and this debate about who and big argument, and it causes whole heap of, negatives, right? People saying case K-Roy Anderson, so that's 7 players. So we must drop 7 players out of the Gold Cup squad and bring in 7 more, right? So that out of the 22 that go to the Gold Cup, based on the names coming up, only 15 should go back, and we bring in a brand new 7. Maggie's the next name, so that's 8. So we're going to remove now. We're going to leave only 14 and bring in 8 new players. So if you keep calling names, you might end up replacing the entire Gold Cup squad. Yes, Jason, they want a fresh 22. Yeah, so let's do it for real. So yeah, they're saying Maggie, Amari, Casey, Anderson, Roof. That's 1, 2, 3. Pinnock. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cephas. Stewart. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the 8 names. So if we do these 8 names, somebody give me the 8 players who should be dropped out of the team. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Pinnock was in the 23. That's why I'm saying that it's a 22-man squad that was at the Gold Cup. And Simon did say that his only 22 will be here for this game. So you can't count Pinnock because he was in the Gold Cup roster, but he didn't turn up. So only 22. So he would have to come in to replace someone because we're going to have 22. Some person are saying Ravel as well. So that's 9. Agree. All right. So I like Jason Guna. Jason Guna is saying, see, where's somebody saying, where's Hardin? Sometimes I want to just call name, All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So Jason Guna, that's what I'm saying. Jason, I agree with you that Jason Guna, I agree with you. People, and you have to have 3 goalkeepers, right? So only 11, yeah. No, you have to have 3 goalkeepers. You have to have 3 goalkeepers. So you have to have 3 goalkeepers. Yeah. But we have to be realistic, people. You understand me? We have to be realistic. Who are the realistic names that can be added? And we only have 16 minutes. But if I were you, the code, if you're going to description, Skeng, if you're going to description of the video, the code is at the end. Jason, just give him the code again. Maybe Jason or Demo can give you the code. Fresh God, I don't see you. Fresh God, how come I don't see you in the Fantasy League, Fresh God? What's going on? Sure improvement, I don't see in the Fantasy League. Well, we need a right back. Isn't Dexter a right back? So, like I said, for me, I think Cephas, Pinnock, and KC Palmer are 3 players that I would love to see in the squad for me. Hey, Cali Sinclair, Mariapa playing some good ball, you know. Do it in the lower tier now. Mariapa playing some good ball, you know. Remember, please, we still have 2 tickets for the Jamaica versus Honduras game to give away. Right? But Dr. Hero, we have Dexter Lembikisa at right back, and he's a very good right back. Why would you replace him? Give me the reason why you would replace him. No, all I'm saying is that no, I said that one of my additions would be Ethan Pinnock. Another one would be Casey Palmer. And I said that I would call Ronaldo Cephas. No, I would have to go through some more, look at other things to say who do I now replace? Who do I replace? Okay, yeah. So that is my thing, right? I would go, yeah, I'd have to look at that. But I'd love to see, I want to see Ethan Pinnock. I think Ethan Pinnock brings a stability to our defense. I think, in Casey Palmer position, right there, we need something. And then, yeah. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. No, 23. This squad is one too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Am I counting right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 names. So you're dropping Demarai Gray. Man, dropping Demarai Gray. The man all drop one of the better players at the Gold Cup. Kevin Lambert. Madness this. What kind of madness this? Kevin Lambert did so well that the man all make all big moves. And you didn't mention the man in your team. Kimo, you have a wheel and come again. Wheel and come again. Wheel and come again. Wheel and come again. All right, so people. Low for both. All right. We have one Mr. T God says he wants to join the show. I'm going to invite him on, and we go once he joins and he shares his piece, then we are going to close out this one right now. So there you go, T God. You can join and then we will close. We did promise 1 hour, but we're going to go up to the hour and a half mark. Yeah. Hardin isn't playing any football. So who asked Hardin not playing? I think some of the people just hear names that call him, Yeah, T got the background is sort of noisy. So yeah, man. But welcome to the show. Go ahead. I'll allow you to say your piece based on what you have been hearing so far. Been a while. Blessed love.
Wagwan, wagwan. I'm not,
Yeah, yeah.
not try. Hello?
No, man. We are hearing you. We are hearing you.
Okay. Hey, big up yourself, man. Wagwan. Big up yourself, viewers and subscribers. Everything all right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Giving thanks. Yeah,
Nice.
how about you? How you and the family?
Everybody doing well so far, can't complain. You understand? As you say, God is good, Can't complain at all.
Nice. Yeah, man. So go ahead. Talk to me now. What are your thoughts on what the people have been saying? Because I know you have been listening. They're calling you Whispering Tigat now, man. You have a new name. You have a new moniker. Oh, it look like Tigat. Tigat is frozen. Hello. Hello. I'm to Tigat now. Yeah, not yeah. All right. So people, let me encourage you. Please do not raise your blood pressure and have arguments over a squad on Tuesday that will be released on Friday. Why not wait until Friday? And Coach Al Grimson, when he does his squad thing, he does give reasons for addition and reasons for omission. So why not wait until Friday? Have the discussion, but don't get just don't get overly agitated. It's just like 3 days to go. So just wait patiently until the squad is released. And then when the squad is released and reasons are given, if you're not satisfied, then you can, yeah, you can go ahead and talk and say what you want to say because that is understood. All right. Yeah. Big up about falling. I don't know what is wrong with T-Gat, man. And we only have a few minutes to go, so T-Gat. People, remember, if you are watching and you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe to I Am Sure Sports. All right. Let's see. We trying to increase the subscription. One, we need some more likes on this video. That's one. So if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. The second thing, right? Our super chat and super sticker features are not presently working, but there is a way. All you have to do is to go ahead and you can send using the Zelle option. But here is a very strong squad it looks like. You have the three goalkeepers, Blake, Wade, Kanaya, Boyce, Clark. You have Bell, Lee, Dex, that's 6, Brown, 7, Pinnock, 8, Dishon Bernard, 9, Damien Lowe, 10, Latti the Body 11, Lambert 12, Anderson 13, DJ 14, Casey 15, Bobby Reed 16, Demarai Gray 17, Leon Bailey 18, Cephas 19, Antonio 20, Roof 21, and Stewart 22. Whoa. No Dexter. Let me keep. Oh yes, Dex is there. Okay. Let me see who else from the. Okay. No, that looks good. So who is out from the Gold Cup? No Bowser, no Burke, no Paris, no. Oh, Brown is still there. Yeah. You know a player that I've been watching recently in MLS is a player named Tevon Reed. It's a Jason. It's a show. Tavon Gray. I've been watching this player called Tavon Gray now. Very good player, you know. Does he deserve a shot? Playing regularly as well. Very good player. Having a very excellent season over there in New York. hmm So no Russell, no Burke, no Paris, no Bowser. So Roof comes in. Lee comes in. Pinnock comes in. Palmer comes in. Anderson comes in. Somebody else is out. Who is out? Blake Bell, Greg Lee, Dex. Let me count again. How many players are this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, no, Mariappa as well. No Mariappa. Notice Mariappa is out. So Whisper, Mariappa, Bowser, Taxi is out. Okay. Yes, a Taxi, Whisper, Mariappa, Burke, Bowser, Paris. 6 players out, 6 players in. Okay. All right. Emo says, CM3 goalkeeper Bernard, Low, Bernard, Pinnock, Lembikisa, Bell, Brown, Maria Palati Bodier, DJ, John Russell, Casey Palmer, Kevin Lambert, Whisper, Richard, Leon Bailey, Cephas, Gray, Bob Reed, Antonio Boza. Okay, so Taxi is out of his squad. Paris is out of his squad. Burke is out of his squad. And he brings in Pinnock, Casey Palmer, and he brings in Cephas. Okay. Okay. All right. Nonetheless, people, listen. I want to thank you for your time. It was a very good show. Oh, geez. As I was about to end, Tigat has arrived. So I'm going to let you his piece. And then after Tigat, then we go. Tigat, yes, I don't know what was up.
Bless up. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the internet. Internet just dropped a while ago. But bless up, man. No, I'll go on. Everything good?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And nice.
So what say you? You have been.
So I was listening to the program
Oh, Tigat, this is not going to work out. See? It's frozen again. All right. So I don't know what's going on with Tigat, man. All right. So I'm going to leave you with that quote because Tigat has frozen as we come to the end of the show. Dear Fortis, sorry, man. You understand me? But we have a couple of interviews with Reggae Boys coming up this week. Oh, Tigat is back.
Yes, I am back.
Tigat.
Yeah, I have to go data because I have to go data because it looks like the Wi-Fi My company Wi-Fi now work. Anyway, I saw the name. I saw all the names floating around with all the ballers them that they want, but I don't think they should make any major changes to the side that went to the Gold Cup. I would love to see Ethan Pinnock in the team. Honestly, I would love to see him in the team, and I also love to see Cephas in the team. You understand? So that's just the two players I would like to see in the team for the nation league
One
match.
Cephas and
Cephas and
Pinnock.
Pinnock and Pinnock, yes, Cephas and Pinnock. I would love to
All right.
see Cephas and Pinnock in the team. That's all. You understand? I think they should give Maggie some more time, let him settle in and establish himself. Cause him just scored 2 goals with him team and then it just floating all over on YouTube and like just give him some time. Make him settle himself and get back better and stronger than we drop him there. We don't want to put him back in at the side and then we start cussing him come up back again. You understand? Make him settle in football, play some ball and then establish himself and then come back. You understand? Just give him some more time. Make him settle in. Don't pressure him to come back on the national team.
So
Make
you'd
him settle himself
replace
and play some ball.
you said from the Gold Cup you'd replace Taxi
Yes.
with Pinnock and
Yeah, with Pinnock.
Cephas with who?
Cephas. I'm gonna get away by beating. I'm gonna get away by beating, but without maybe check out Daniel Johnson.
What?
Understand? That's what I'm telling you. I'm gonna get away by beating. But remember, we just I try.
You'd keep Paris and Whisper in the team.
Oh no, sorry. Rest Whisper. Yes, that was my Rest Whisper. Sorry, West Whisper. Because Whisper is not playing in the football now, so I would rest him. You understand? And then bring in Cephas. That's your Cephas. I would rest Whisper.
Okay.
See the future. You understand? We could get some club one. In my gut, Chelsea, he's not playing in the football. People must understand he's not playing in the competitive football, and to bring him in the national team to play competitive, now go work. You understand? Now go work. We understand. So make him rest now because we want to look on players, and I would bring in Cephas to see what Cephas say and rest Whisper. That's what I should say. Yeah, rest Whisper.
I think when I mentioned Daniel Johnson, the people said that you're a madman.
Yeah. But no, sorry, I withdraw that. It's a Whisper. When I was driving the car, I was saying Whisper, rest Whisper and Taxi, bringing Pinnock and Cephas. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I would do. You understand?
Well,
Getting Cephas, I could see a Cephas team.
You're not making any household changes to your team though from the Gold Cup.
No, we're not. No, because we want the team to gel. Is that what we're looking for? We want the team to gel for the World Cup. So now also that's also we want to see Cephas, understand, and see him play with the team. We want to see back a Pinnock and see him play around the back. We now make a big change. You understand? If
Pinnock is a stabilizer in the defense.
Right. You understand? And we just work. We want the team to do. We want to keep the same team. You understand? As long as possible. So when the World Cup campaign kick off, everybody right. When we reach the World Cup, everybody right. So we can do like the ladies and go to the second round, the knockout phase. We don't want to mix and inject and stuff like that. We don't want that now.
I'd also bring Casey Palmer. Right? Because if Taxi goes out, you have cover. Dexter is my right back.
Yeah.
So if there's a right back, then who is the cover at left back for Gregory? I think Latibody can play there.
No, but remember the centre half what we have. What we play, we score the goal. Him can play left back too.
Who?
What name? The one to play
Bernard.
Bernard. Yeah, Bernard. Yeah, Bernard.
No, Bernard can play right back, not left back. Latibody can play
Oh.
left.
Oh, is that okay? Okay. Mm, mm,
Yeah. So I would bring in KC Palmer in the middle.
mm.
So if anything I can play like a Daniel Johnson, Bobby Reed, KC Palmer, that sort of competition combination.
So who's the third person? Who's the
I can
third person you need to check out?
I think and Paris is Kaim Paris is one of the ballers that very close to me, somebody I talk to.
Mm.
I think because he's not playing right now and he's in transition, I think like you said,
Oh
Dujan, I would
no,
also I, I would also let him rest.
you know why I wanna because he had a Palmer had a good Gold Cup. You know,
Palmer,
he had a
Palmer,
good Palmer.
Palmer,
Was it
Palmer,
Palmer?
Palmer was not the
No,
World Cup man.
no,
I'm
kiss, no, the one that they're taking out.
Paris.
Paris, yeah, Paris. He
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
He played one and he scored one goal too.
Eh?
He scored a goal. Didn't he score a
Paris.
goal in the Gold Cup?
No, he
Yeah.
didn't score. He didn't
Who
score.
scored? There was somebody in the middle score. But the other brother the name was score.
Russell scored.
Russell score. You sure it's a Paris not score?
Yes.
Anyway, you're the manager. You're supposed to know more than me anyway. But I could swear I think he scored one of those French goals.
Oh, you're talking the outside goal?
I think he scored one of those French goals. I don't know if nobody can back me up in the comments, but I think him score one goal.
You score
Bernard score.
outside goal. Low score, Bernard score,
Score
Russell
outside goal.
score,
Low score.
DJ
Russell
score,
score.
Bailey score, Gray score, right?
Yeah.
Butler score, Burke score. Yeah. So when did Paris
Okay.
score?
Good sir.
Whisper scored.
Whisper score.
But he did score a goal, He did score a goal. But like I said, one was offside and I think one was a own goal. Maybe you're talking the own goal.
Okay.
A ball that and it was a own goal.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, but yeah, definitely. But all right. Well, let's see. Definitely,
Yeah.
let's see. All right. So anyway, man is big up yourself. You understand? Next week I try.
But I think like he will find a club where he's playing consistently because he will be a part of the team going forward. I think for this particular because the midfield, if you're bringing Cephas like as a winger, I think now you have Bailey, you have Bobby, Cephas, and Gray. I would say no. Okay, if I have those four, then I should find a midfielder, and that's why I would go for KC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. But I don't think
Yeah.
they should make any big move. You understand?
Agreed.
I don't think they should. Not just a little tweet. I want to see Cephas. I want to see Cephas. Or would Cephas play in the team and Pinnock. You understand? I would love to see all those guys come in the team.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because
All right.
World Cup,
So there you go, man. All right. So Tiga, listen, bless up, we'll be in touch.
Bless up.
Yeah, man.
Bless up. We'll talk. Bless up everybody
man.
on the thing. First got everybody. Bless up on yourself. All right.
Yeah, man. All right. So PBS seat, even though Paris is like my ball, I know. If I think he needs to be out, I will say it because I'm a fair person. All right. But listen, big up to everyone again. Thank you so much for joining, for being a part of the show. All right. Really appreciate you being a part of the show today. All right. It has been a good one. Short. And they say spicy. You understand me? We are grateful again that you chose this time to spend with us. You didn't have to. And so we appreciate that. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please be safe. Find a way of adding value to someone else's life as you go throughout the day. I am Man. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, when it gets to this point of the show, we say we are over and we are OUT. Out of here.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocho-Race, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like, ha. Yeah, someone on for the food from we young, from we day, you need height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.